Carmen campus. I am from Guatemala. I came here very young. I was about 10 when my parents brought me here. I come from a family of 6. I have 2 older brothers. I am the 4th, and I have 3 sisters who I love to death, but could not have us in the same room for a long time. I have 3 children. They're my life. They take about 120% of my time. My oldest is 15, the middle one is 12, and the youngest just turned 7 yesterday. When it first started, we didn't know what was happening. She complained her stomach hurt. So it's like, okay, your tummy hurts. Okay, let's give it 5 minutes. Let's take this for your belly. Let's take some lemon water. So, and as time progressed, it started to become physical. She changed colors. Her anxiety levels just went through the roof. She would turn pale when she was having a panic attack. She started pacing the room back and forth. Mind you, this is a 7, 8-year-old child, and I am watching her, and I'm helpless. It was, how do I help her? I didn't know what I didn't know. And it was frightening to see her physical reactions, her anxiety. It was awful. And you can't cry. You can't shut down. As a parent, my job is to make sure that she is okay and she sees that I'm strong, even as she falls apart right in front of me. I didn't know what to do. I was like a deer in headlights. And it surprised me as well, because this is what I do for a living. I tell people how to handle situations. I give people resources. And now that it was happening to me, I was lost. The hardest point in my life, I believe, was when about 5 teachers had to come and carry my 7-year-old, little tiny thing, into school. Everybody's stopping and watching and just not being able to do anything for her, not being able to make whatever fears, whatever pain she was feeling, not being able to make it go away. One of the comments that I will never forget my child made was, when we mentioned the word therapist, she said, "Mommy, I'm not crazy. Why are you taking me there?" And she didn't want to. And that's when I realized, how hard it is for people on the outside looking in, and even the people who are going through it with them themselves, the stigma that's carried with this. Because, here is a 7, 8-year-old child saying, "I am not crazy. You cannot make me go see a therapist." We told her that it wasn't because she was crazy. I'm not sure where she got that idea from. There are people out there, just like doctors, who, when they put a Band-Aid on your boo-boo, these kind of doctors want to talk to you and make sure that you are feeling okay. She is now 15, so you now have puberty, and then you have high school, and then you have her anxiety. So along the road, we have learned through various methods to handle her anxiety. She does not see a therapist as often anymore. I would say maybe once or twice a year, and that is her choice. Of course, I support her, but you have to understand her reasons. Her anxiety is still there. We have learned to control it. One of the methods that we use to control anxiety, it's music therapy. Her symptoms are physical. We can see when she's about to have an anxiety attack. She comes to me and she says, "Mommy," and she still calls me Mommy. She's 15, but I love it. She still comes and she says, "Mommy, I don't feel well right now. Is it okay if I take a time out?" but now she listens to her music, and it has to be a soothing music, more like classical music for her, which zones her into herself when she's been overwhelmed, when she's had too much activity during the day. Her anxiety tends to go up, but she knows how to self-soothe. Through my journey with my daughter's anxiety, I have found out that not everything works. Not everything that I think would work works, and something that works for her, I may not necessarily agree with. In my view, if you have a problem, you want to talk about it, we need to resolve it. We need to sit face to face. To her, if she's having an anxiety attack, she doesn't want anybody around her. And that's what helps her calm down. As a person who comes from a Spanish Latino family, the first thing is something's wrong with your child. She's broken. My child is not broken. My child's perfect. So you have to teach your family members that this is just an illness like any other. Hey, if she fell and broke her leg, you're not just gonna tell her, hey, get up, keep on walking. No, you're gonna take her to the hospital, and you're gonna get an x-ray, and you're gonna get a cast, and she's going to go about her merry way. This is another illness that she has to, she deals with on a daily basis, and I believe it makes her stronger for it. And she told me a story that she met a friend of hers who used to self-harm and always wore sweaters, didn't want to tell anybody, but her friend had the courage to talk to her, or the trust. They're friends, they're best friends. And she came and she told me, hey, you helped me. And I can see that you help people like me every day. How can I help her? So I was like, you know what? Listen to her, talk to her, and tell her that there are people out there who love her, and that if she feels that she can't control it, she needs to look for help. It's ignorance that hurts us the most, because we don't know what's going on and we're afraid of it. So we run from it, or we label it as something we may not necessarily want to label it as craziness, but it's all ignorance. This brought our family together, made us stronger, because here we are talking about stuff that before was taboo. We are now sharing information. We are now open-minded, and we are now a unit, working together towards making not just my daughter better, but making everybody well-informed, and making sure that we all support and are there for each other. I'm not looking for a cure. I'm not looking for a cure. I'm looking for my daughter to be whatever it is that she wants to be. And that's not always, your conformity of your regular 15-year-old. I want to see her smile. That is what recovery means to me. She is smiling, she is happy, and she is doing what she wants to do.